If Arsenal won the Champions League in 2006, how do you think they would have been viewed currently? People be mocking them always has always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. Their fans themselves believed in the song as a club that is one of the big dogs in Europe, or would have still come, but hey, I didn't want it.
A little bit, because Arsenal fans, they have this thing of overrating themselves.
Next season we could win the quadruple. People might not.
Even right now, they've not even won anything, but like they have this sort of, I don't even know how to describe it, self confidence,
Entitlement.
self entitlement is the word. Entitlement that they are like one of the biggest teams and one of the best teams. Recently they've been playing well, they've been doing well, but like how they look at their legacy, they see themselves as one of the biggest and best teams to ever exist. And winning that Champions League, since it's the stake people used to beat them nowadays, that they have no European trophies, people wouldn't have much armor against Arsenal, because Arsenal, they will have evidence of winning the Champions League at the very least. Because most of the time, if anyone wants to throw Arsenal or look at Arsenal's legacy, they mention the Champions League, regardless of whether they won it over 20 years ago. They would still say they've won it in recent history. So they themselves, they will elevate their status past what everyone else will see them as. So they will have this hint of a conversation. That's what I think anyway.
Honestly, for me, I think it would have played a huge role. The reason I say it would have played a huge role is at that time they would have been able to attract more players, young players who are growing up, players who would have players in the age of 27, 26, 25, those age range. They would have looked at Arsenal as a club where they would have to play for, because they had won the Champions League, they had beaten a team with people like Ronaldinho. There would have been a sort of you see the way people have seen PSG win the Champions League now. Children who will grow the next 20 years, right? You see PSG as a top dog, or this would be the way people might end up falling in love with PSG. The same, I think, I don't want it then. They would have attracted more people. It would have made us now boosted their image and stuff, because at that time most of the top clubs in England were mostly Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, because Real Madrid had bought Chelsea in 2003. So I think it would have really boosted their images. And even that time, Liverpool won it prior years. Liverpool were not the one in the league. So Arsenal would have been a club where they are competing in the Premier League and also win the Champions League. And I think it would have been easy for them to have kept most of their players. I don't think hearing they have seen the need of winning Barcelona if you had won the Champions League at Arsenal. Players like Cesc Fabregas would have had more reason to stay there, because they believe that they can win the big trophies at Arsenal. So I think it would have had an impact on them. And also I think it would have given their fans belief in themselves, because it feels like Arsenal fans currently, and because they have not won like a major trophy in a while, any slight form of adversity, then they start to panic even for their matches in the stadium. When things are not going well, it feels like everybody in the stadium gets nervous because they are not used to winning it. So I think it would have helped in so many ways. That's what I think. And another question I want to ask you is, how do you think it would have affected Arsene Wenger's legacy then?